Hello and welcome to episode 6 of the Wacky Group podcast. I'm your host, Zahid, and I'm here with my co host, Juan.
What's up?
Today, again, it's only us, but, you know, it's fun. We're fun. We're cool.
Yeah, well, at least one of us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do you want to start, Juan, or
Um,
you want me to start?
yeah, I'll start. Okay, let
All
me
right.
just find a thing. Let me find a prompt. Okay,
Yeah.
so clones. Okay,
Right.
so what the prompt says, or the thingamajig says, would you allow another version of yourself to exist? Okay, like email. If you're the original version, and there was a clone version of you just to prove that there was cloning.
Mm-hmm.
Um, uh, so okay, I'm about to wing it from here. So would you let it? I know it's kind of weird to say this, but in an imaginary world, okay, would you let it live? Would you let it die? What would you let it do? Because technically the original version and the clone is just the clone, right? So technically it's not human, but it is, because if it has the same,
Yeah. As
yes.
as a religious person,
Okay.
so-called clone does not have a soul.
Yes. Yes,
So
exactly.
I feel no pain, um, not it existing. I would
You
let
would
it die.
kill it?
Yeah,
Bro, but like,
I don't think
let's
there
just
should be
say,
more of me.
yeah, I agree with that. But like, listen, so what if it was, um, I don't know,
If you
because,
can contribute something, I have to see it first.
okay, but let's just say it were to have, like, you can see the feelings, you can see their feelings, you can witness that they're happy, that they can even speak completely normal, like they speak just like you, because of course they have your vocal cords, so they would sound like you. So I don't know, it's kind of different because a best example is if humans were the only things to have like actual souls, then like some people, they, man, I don't want to bring animals to this, but like dogs, like dogs, you can see their, when they're happy, when they're
Yeah, but
sad.
animals have souls.
Okay, 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 but human wise, I mean, so it's basing it off of you, and depending on how it was cloned, of course, would um would I guess tell if it had a soul or not, because regular, man, I don't even know how to explain it. Personally, I would let it coexist. Okay, let me explain. So if it's me and I'm like, hey, that's my doppelganger, like that's another version of me. Um, because
Okay,
I
okay,
know it,
okay. I get what you're saying, right?
yeah, no, it
Big
can choose
problem
different
here.
decisions.
Huge
Go
problem.
ahead,
Unless the
go
clone's
ahead.
fine with it. If this
Uh,
clone is gonna be your doppelganger and is gonna coexist with you, he would have to try to have a different name and a different life completely from you. Let's say this clone of you has your memories and he likes his life, so he want to continue being Juan, but
mm,
you're Juan and you guys want to coexist, but you can't live the same lives.
true, true,
You
true, true,
can't.
true.
You can't. It's like this Netflix movie that I saw. I can't remember what it's called, but it had Paul Rudd in it, so I saw it because he's a pretty good actor, right?
Mm, mm.
He went to the spa. You've probably seen the trailer for it. So he went to the spa where it guarantees a new you, a better you, right?
Yeah.
And what the people do is they clone you and they bury
Uh,
the old you. But
what?
the main character he didn't like he woke up from the sleeping thing they did to him. He was supposed to wake up in the ground or like not wake up at all. So he woke up in the ground without
Oh,
clothes. He was supposed to
yeah.
die, and the clone was supposed to be living because the clone is his better half.
Okay, that makes okay.
And they
First
tried
of
to
all,
coexist, and it was a massive problem. It did not work out, especially because he had problems with his wife and stuff. It was
mm,
just really bad. Although, really great movie. If I remember the name, I'll make sure to shout it out because it's really nice.
right, right. Okay, so um, but that's different, right? Because of course, if you say the memory part, then that's completely different of what I'm thinking. I feel like okay, I guess that would make sense too, because they have basically the same brain as you, right? So man, I'm trying to think. Because I feel like if you were to live with a clone of yourself, you would have to teach it to be different from yourself, right? So,
Or it could be like
so
the person you always wanted to be, I guess. Like you're so good where you
ah,
are right now. Like they would have the same memory. Oh, like I wish I was this. But like I'm kind of happy where I am right now. So they could just be
mm.
that other half, I guess.
But
But if
judging, no, no,
yeah, you
no,
go
no.
ahead,
Look,
go ahead.
so you can transport this other clone of you to a completely other side of the world, and
Hmm.
just by one action differently, it would cause them to act differently. You know, like they're just one decision completely topples the rest of them. So I feel like the clone of you would of course have the same memories, the same everything basically. Um, but it would slowly not become you, right? So for me, I'm Juan, and the other one's gonna be two.
Hmm.
Okay, I'm sorry, I had to say that, but but you know, it just based decisions of its life. It's not identity theft, you know, because if they're just with you, if the minds are connected, which I really doubt, um, then
I don't
you can
know.
it
Maybe.
can be itself. I feel like so. I don't know.
Hmm.
I would let it live. I wouldn't really kill it. Um, I don't
Yeah, I
know, like,
guess.
because
I mean, if
realistically,
hmm
if that were to actually happen, I would let it live, but not the same area, right? I would have to let it free, let it live its own
but
life,
like
my own life.
okay, yeah, let's say that. But this is you. So now you are the
Okay.
clone, and then your doppelganger is
Uh,
like, okay, you have to go live somewhere else, do a different life. You know, you always wanted to be this person. You do that, but if you don't want to do that,
mm, okay, no, 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 because for me myself, I want to do different things, but in life, you can't really do that without it being extremely hectic. So
hmm
you would have to choose one main thing and then do the rest as maybe hobbies, I guess, or side hustles or something. I don't know. So I can do one decision and then my other half, since it would still be me wanting to do the same things I would want to do, then I would let it do the other decision, you know? Like we both chose our different paths that we both wanted to do, you know?
yeah,
Um, but also knowing if I was the clone, right? Let's just say I was in the position of my clone, and I were told I was the clone, right? I wouldn't keep it a secret. It's like, never mind. I'm not gonna say what I was just gonna say, but I was gonna say adoption, but so it's like you have to tell them that they're a clone, right? You have to tell them the truth. So further,
mhm,
they're not gonna be like, I'm like, it should be common sense too, right? There's someone exactly like you just spawned in out of nowhere. But um, this also reminds me of Adventure Time. You know, when
mhm.
Finn, there was like I don't really remember it, but Finn had like this grass
Oh
version of
yeah, grass
himself.
person, yeah, grass fan,
Yeah,
Fern.
yeah,
It has
exactly,
his
Fern.
memories, and it wanted to be Finn because that was
Exactly.
him, and he didn't
So,
want to give up that life. But he found his own
mm.
path, I guess, at the end. But
Exactly. That's
that
exactly what I
doesn't always
mean.
happen. That literally took
Well,
like what, like a whole what, so many episodes. And like
Okay,
not every clone can change. Some personalities are stubborn.
yeah, but you should know yourself, right? So if you're living with that clone, you should really know what your clone might do. Because I know morally,
Well, in that moment, you
I
can't
wouldn't,
really say that anymore because now they're a separate person.
yeah, yeah, that's true. I don't know. I just find it just to summarize it, I would let it live its own life. Probably legally change its name. I wouldn't want it to be me because there could be some consequences. Be like, they're the troll version of myself. Like, there's a little malfunction, and they're just trolling and making all my loved ones and family and oh wait, yeah, no, family, friends, etc., and ruining what I currently have. So
I guess
the
you could go
moment
the
I
twin
have that
route, I
clone,
guess. You could
oh,
do the
go ahead,
twin
go
route.
ahead.
Yeah, you could do the twin route where, yeah, let's keep it new name. Like I guess I could accept a new name because I guess
Hmm.
I'm the clone hypothetically. I'll accept a new name,
Okay.
but like I will literally not give up the life I had. Like, bro, I love where I am right now.
Yeah,
Everyone
no,
does,
it's
but I like
different for
where.
you
Okay, yeah, I guess
because
every clone doppelganger is different because
it.
some of them may not like what they want or what they have.
Yeah, yeah,
But I guess
exactly.
if you were to choose the clone I'm not the clone. Well, it is a clone, but the twin option. All they have to
Uh,
do is just a new name, and then I'm good with that. New names, fine,
yeah,
fine.
no, because it's the same thing. Just it's the same exact thing. Because other people, there's obviously other people in the world that might have the wanting to do the same exact things you're doing, or something
Mhm.
similar. Like, let's just say you want to be an engineer, then someone else also wants to be an engineer, right? That's common. That's normal. So just change the name of the clone. You or have to convince them to change their name. I feel like for me, it wouldn't be that difficult for my clone. Um, it wouldn't. It's just changing your name, but it's not like they were living your life, even though they have memories about it. It's kind of different, but it should be easier for them to switch it up, maybe, because they're starting their own new life. You know, it's like Steve. You spawn in Minecraft, and then you just start surviving. You know, that's what the clone is doing. They literally spawn in life and I guess survive because I don't know. They just spawned in out of nowhere. They're supposed to do what they're supposed to do. I don't. I feel like I'm starting to lose it. I don't even know what to say about it. But let it live its life, its own life. It could be similar to yours. Who knows? It could be even more successful than you. That would be kind of depressing.
I get that, but
But
like, bro, the biggest problem is just the memories.
yeah, it
That's
makes
literally
its own memories. That's why.
in that moment it does start making its own memories, but it still has the past ones. But like, let's
Yeah.
say if cloning was a thing and we start cloning, we have
Mm.
to make sure it has no memory of what we were basically.
But it
Or
would act like a baby, a newborn
I mean,
baby.
it would have. Oh, you know what? You're right. Mm, you're super right. I guess. Okay. You know what? That makes. Okay. Hold on. Let me rethink what I was trying to say.
Mm.
No memory, I guess, but with like, it's what happens when people have memory loss. They remember how to do things. They just don't remember the people who taught them that. Basically, it's a type of
Mm.
amnesia, right?
Oh, okay. But it would
They
have to
still know
be
how to do things, but they just don't
long
know who
lasting.
taught them, who they did it with, you know.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
It's like the easiest option for no problems at all.
That could work actually. But in order because that amnesia should be long lasting, and I don't know if it's perfect amnesia for the clone, because that if that would be the first ever clone, then you wouldn't really know if it's exactly like a human, even though they're technically human. They're probably like an alien or something. And and
Self-classified, I guess.
yeah, yeah. So I don't know. It's just I completely forgot what I was just gonna say right now because my clone stole my memories. But no. But actually, um, what was I gonna say? Dang. You gotta punch me, man. I don't know. I completely forgot. I completely forgot. I was just gonna say something. Oh, okay,
Dude,
yeah. I got it. So what they would need to do is maybe trick in some medication. Like I know some people they would need to.
okay, I get what you're doing. Okay, I understand. All right, the setup is clone. Already starting off with a
Mm,
temporary amnesia. You're like, oh, you woke up in a hospital. We have like no records of you. You're just here. You have amnesia. We did
mm.
treat the broken leg you have, but the tendon in your leg it does not heal, so you have to take these pills every single day of your life. Oh wait, you know what? That
Ah,
sounds like a movie I've seen. What movie is that? It was a movie with around. It was the movie. Oh, what's it called? It's when the super rich guy. It was like, he found this company that made him that gave him a new body, a young
mm.
body. And he had to keep taking these
Oh,
pills so the other guy would the original person wouldn't get their memories back.
bro, we're starting to say movies out here. Yo, but realistically,
I've
I
seen
feel
it.
like
I
that would
forget
happen.
what it's called. I think it was called Bodies or something. But like it was two people
Body.
switch. It was two people in that body. I guess. Hypothetically, basically. So he had to keep taking those pills so he wouldn't get the other guy's memories. And one day he forgot to take them, and
Mm.
then he started taking. Oh, crap! This was a real person with like actual memories. So he stopped taking them, and like he got as close as he can to like the person's family, and then the other person like
Oh.
he just faded out, and the original person was still there. I guess you could do
No,
that with.
see,
It's
that
a
would also
problem
be the problem too.
if they forgot to take if they forget to take the emission pills, they'll get their memories back, and they're like,
Hmm.
I want to reclaim my life.
Yes, exactly. But I feel like
Mm.
if they kept doing it a certain amount of time, they would already be too far gone to going back to their regular life. Like they were already building this one new life that the one that they were originally in, that they originally had. If I was a clone, I would be like, dang, that's how my life used to be. Oh well, and I just continue on, you know. I don't know. It also reminds me of this one anime I watched, Golden Time. It's realistic, right? But so this one guy, he wakes up in a hospital and he's like, where am I? Like he doesn't know where he's at, right? And it's not like some fantasy type stuff like he goes inside a video game or something. No, none of that. It's actually like real life stuff. And then he escapes from the hospital, but slowly he just lives his regular life, and he sees friends, and then they're like, "Oh, hey, blah blah blah," and he's like, "How do you know my name?" And then they try to act it off like it's normal, because apparently this whole entire place realized that something bad happened to him, but they're supposed to play it off like he's completely new. But some people accident.
So Juan's audio cut out there. So what he was trying to say was that in the anime, everyone around him had to pretend that it was they had to like suffer in silence basically because they couldn't tell him of what happened. And it turns out he's hanging out with the same people that he hung out with in his life before the accident. And then, he starts getting into relationships and stuff.
Out with her, um, and and then he has this one closer friend, Her name's like Linda Sensei or something like that. And it turns out she was his past lover. That's why she was so heartbroken, and she had to act
Oh
like it was
my god.
completely normal.
Hmm.
So it's
Okay, okay.
crazy, right?
Yeah, I kind of want to
I
watch that.
know. Yeah, yeah. Like it was one of I think the third anime I've watched. It was like years ago I watched it. I have a cup of it just so I remember it. But it was so amazing. The ending made me cry, bro. Not even gonna lie. Like I cried, not gonna lie. But anyways, so I feel like something like that similar would happen to the clone, right? I was starting to get off topic, but that's fine.
Yeah, no, I get it.
Mm.
Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah, yeah. It's so sick,
That
man.
really,
I love
yeah,
it.
that's really interesting. Yeah,
Yeah.
so I guess they would, if they were to do the amnesia thing, they would have to be on another side of the world. But, like, okay,
Because
if we
they
were
can't
to
have
yeah,
transportation.
so yeah, if we were to do the base memories thing, they would only know the home language, right? So if they were in a different
Mhm.
place and it was a different country, then that would be a problem. Okay, well, I guess the
Yeah.
best viable option is the twin scenario.
Yeah. Yeah. I see that. So yeah,
But yeah,
I
there's many
agree.
possibilities of where this go. There's already people trying to clone animals.
Oh no, they already did.
Yeah. So,
Oh
anyways,
yeah,
speaking of love,
yeah. Yeah. Go ahead.
like you said. So, my topic is, do people use love or I love you in a really loose term these days?
Hmm. I say yes. Yes, I do. I agree with that.
You've seen it too, like people use it way too loosely where it's basically lost its meaning or it's lost its like power. I guess love used to
Yeah.
be such a word, like really powerful. It used to mean like a really powerful feeling, but like people just throw it out there like love you too, but like they like I guess it's not that
It
big of
lost
a
its charm.
connection. Yeah, it really lost its charm. I guess I feel like the only charm that people really have left is like their home language of love, you know? Or
Yeah.
their if your home language is English, then sorry. Sorry about that. But like
Right.
yeah, like it's kind of lost its like power. It's kind of like really not that big of a deal anymore to say it.
hmm I do remember this one video of this elder couple. I have very faded memories of that video, but I do remember them mentioning something about um the word love and it being thrown out loosely because they were like, "Oh yeah, I see kids now. They by like the third dates, they're already saying love, like I love you." And um it's kind of true. Um
Yeah, like I'm a type of
but for
person
them,
who that word
for the oh,
yeah. Well, cuz like I'm a type of person who's like really nitpicky about that word. Hence why I'm talking about it.
mm,
I'm a person who really needs to warm up to say that
right.
word to someone, like actually say it to someone, like really mean it. 'Cause sometimes I'm usually not
Yeah.
ready to say that. That's like that's something I want to say really quickly. First of all, it's really awkward. It may be really awkward for the other person unless they use it
Yeah.
like loosely, and it's a little awkward for me saying it because I know I won't mean it. You know, it takes a lot of time for me to say that to someone. And
Mm,
I don't know, it's just like a
mm.
little frustrating that people really throw it out there because of what it used to mean. Glad I know another language though.
Yeah. Um yeah, no, I agree with that. Um see, I don't know. Let me give a little story of why I also agree with that. Is I was playing Minecraft. I have this one friend, and I guess they recently started dating this other person, and then that
Hmm.
other guy, he kept saying it every single second. I was like, I said it in chat. I was like, bro, I'm not even gonna lie, but you say that a little bit too much. Like, you can't just throw it out there like it's another thing you say. Like, of course, you can mean it, but saying it so repetitive. Like, if you do one thing so many times, or drink a drink you really love every single day, or eat food you love eating every single day, it starts getting, it's like overused, it's overdone. Like, it's losing its charm, like I said. Um, and I told him that, and he was like, "Man, I don't care." I was like, "Okay,
That's a big
that's
problem.
yeah, it really is."
Nowadays, when people say to me, I really, really tone it down because of what it means. Like, if you're saying it really out there, then you really don't mean it. They might
Yeah,
say, yeah, I totally mean it, but like, if you're throwing it that loose and you know what the word is, then yeah, you don't mean it.
yeah,
And there's no
hmm,
other, well, in different languages there are, but there's no other word, I guess, in English where it would top that, because there is no top. That was the top, and then when you just throw it down there, like, it's a crisis. Like, what is there left? The only thing you can do is, I guess, like, say a whole sentence of, instead of saying the word love, I guess. Like,
yeah,
we
yeah,
had a word for that, and like, it's just all that work because of what people did, you know?
yeah. It's just so, it's like, of course, some people, they genuinely mean it every single time they say it, but it's
Yeah.
kind of like, to a certain extent, where it's like, okay, now I have to say it. And once it's to that point, like, oh, I
Yeah,
have to
bro. Oh
say it,
my
then it's
god.
like, ah, no, you kind of lost it there.
Oh my
Like,
god. Oh my
yeah,
god.
right,
Like,
right.
you have to say it back, or it's like so awkward, or you don't want to hurt their feelings.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah,
like,
yeah.
I may mean it. I may mean it at some point. At some point,
Mm,
I may mean it. I may totally 100,000%. I may mean it. Like,
yeah,
right now, I it's a little too early, you know?
right. Everything takes its time, but
Like,
like,
I don't want to,
when people force it, man, it's just not
yeah,
it.
it's
It's not
really
it.
like, I didn't. Of course, I did want to say it, but like, I didn't want to. I don't want to hurt the other person's feelings, basically.
Mm. Yeah, because once you say it, like, it's always the first time where it's like, wow, they actually said it, you know?
Yeah,
And
you
it's kind
said
of
it.
like that
That's
powerful, but also, if the other person's not ready, then it's like, you know, I don't know, it loses its sense. So I agree with that. I agree with you. Um,
like, once
man, I don't
it's
know.
out there, and like I saw this in a show once where it was a couple, right? And
Mm,
they genuinely did like each other, and it was a really cute couple. And I was like, oh, I hope they last the whole series, because they were
yeah,
like from two different worlds. It's like a really nice story, I guess. Then the girl, like, they were
yeah,
like, they had a really nice day. They were hanging out, and the girl says the word, and she says it out there, and I could feel like she mean it, even though it was an actor. But in the story, I could feel like she mean it.
yeah,
And the guy's like a little bit like me. He's like, oh, um, cool. But if it was me, I would say it back. But like, cause I didn't want to make them feel bad. But the guy, he literally just said, yeah, cool. Like, he does
ah,
like the girl. He definitely does. I've seen it.
yeah,
He likes her, but he was just not ready for the word. And then they
mm,
had this whole fight, and it was so bad because it was my favorite couple. Man,
dang,
I don't know. It's such a powerful word that could just ruin everything.
yeah. But it could also, not
But to
ruin
the right
everything.
people, yeah, to some people it does not, because of what they turned it into themselves.
Yeah, because for, like, I don't know, because I agree what you said before. Like, it was like very it was like the top. It's like the nothing can top that. Like that's the
Cream of the
phrase that
bro.
really, yeah, yeah. But um, I feel like um, since it's not really up there, since it's being overused, especially by um some couples that are very young, like let's just say I don't know, like 12, 13,
Yeah.
maybe, I don't know, because they're like, hey, all these people are saying the phrase, and hey, I should too, since I'm with someone,
Yeah.
it's just like, I
That's
don't
so
know.
awkward. You wanna know something? This is
Yeah.
like personal. Like
Hmm.
around that age, right?
Yeah.
I've heard people say it all the time, and then I went up to my parents and I was like, you know what? Like, what's the difference? But it was like the Spanish version, because there's like two versions of that word, kind of.
There is.
That well, like the two word and then the one word. I don't really want to say it, but like we came to like we're basically talking about what the word means.
Okay.
The point of the story is I asked my parents what the word means, and then we got in this conversation.
Yeah.
From then on, I really understood what that word meant in both languages. I really understood
Uh,
because I've heard it. I've heard it before, in movies all the time. But like I started hearing it people around me.
yeah.
It's really different when you hear it around you instead of seeing it on TV or when you hear it. But like on
Uh,
TV and like when people like that are your age and you hear it, you get curious. And I was like, okay, well, this word's really popular. I don't
yeah.
know. So yeah, I did ask my parents about it.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know that one. You said so. There's two, and then there's one in Spanish, right? So I already know one of them is te amo, and then the other one is I don't know. I don't know.
Like amor.
God. Oh, amor. Okay.
Yeah, you get it
Um.
right.
Yeah. 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 I see. Um. For I feel like the thing that kind of tops it is everyone has their own thing. Like it's like one person says this one thing, and it's like, wow, that really touched my heart. Like I saw this one video on my friend's story on Instagram, and I was
Mm-hmm.
like, and so it was this one video of Markiplier, right? He was playing Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach, and
Mm-hmm.
he was walking around, and this one part where Freddy, he says, you're my superstar, right? But
Mm-hmm.
it hits different. Like that's the same vibe it should be giving off when you say the I love you thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then Markiplier, he said it, like he just stared at the camera, and he said you're my superstar. And it's like, dang, like I don't even watch Markiplier that much, but like, oh, that kind of hit. Because
Yeah, you
for
feel it.
me, yeah, yeah, it's kind of like for me when someone says dang, bro, I can't even say it. Like it gets me all like, I can't even say the word, but like when someone says that they're proud of me, right? I don't know, that just gets me all emotional.
Oh yeah,
Dang, bro.
proud is a big word.
Yeah,
Definitely.
yeah. So I feel like when someone says it in yo, I'm not even I'm
Especially
not
when
even
it
gonna
comes
lie.
to someone you admire,
When I
basically.
said that, I got a little bit teary eyed, but I'm fine, I'm fine. But it's like so some people have, I wouldn't say replacement words because that's not really the same. When you say replacement, that's usually a negative term.
Yeah, so substitution, basically.
Yeah, substitution. And of course that's all right. That's nice. That's good.
Yeah.
But it's like the I love you thing, it's
There's definitely
that
a
should
room
be
for
there too.
yeah.
hmm
You know,
But
where it's mostly lost its meaning? Text
what?
messages.
Mm, yeah.
Not only is text messages already lost its meaning of what we're saying, but like on top of that, abbreviations with the letters.
Oh
Like,
yeah, the ILY.
yeah, like, okay. I mean, not okay, because I know what it means. Like,
Yeah.
okay, you know?
Mm-hmm. It just doesn't. It's more like people are doing it as like, hey, that's something I say. Like I feel like Yay Lin, I feel like she would do that. Like she kind of has that. She's kind of a scene slash goth girl.
Yeah.
Um,
She's
so
more
her doing
definitely seen.
yeah, exactly.
Goth
She's
really
more
go to
scene.
extremes.
Okay,
It
yeah,
does
that's
go to
true.
extremes, but not as much as like hardcore goths or
Hmm.
goths in general. But she's definitely seen.
She is, but you know it. One of the way that they kind of text, like for me, the way I text is for like other people is like lowercase, and I don't know. That's just how I type. I feel like when people do capital letters in the beginning, which I do a lot, and especially in the past too, it's kind of
Proper
like more.
grammar.
It is propaganda, but I feel like it's too serious, especially when people put periods at the end of their sentences. Like, we're not in school. You can talk to me normally, you know. Like, but anyways, that's besides the point. What I'm trying to say is
Well, that's
that
like a sentence that's serious in general, basically. So
mhm,
well, my keyboard it always starts with a capital letter. So it's
yeah,
always there. So I don't have to do anything,
yeah.
and I would do it normally anyway. Sometimes I really do forget to add a punctuation. I just suck at adding that. I really try to put periods at the end of every sentence, every text message I've ever.
No, no, you're
Sometimes
definitely
I really
one of
forget.
those people, man. Why?
I
No, I feel like it's too serious. Like for texting, it's gotten to that point where when you put a period at the end of the sentence, you're talking in a serious tone. That's how I see it, and I feel like most people would agree.
messed up a lot of serious talks then, because I
Yeah,
forget.
no, okay. When people text, it's like that different mood. Like you put a period at the end, that means you're talking seriously. You don't have to do slash SRS or whatever people do. I personally find that dumb when you have to do that. It just gets rid of the point. But
Mhm.
talking about the point, if you add the point at the end of a sentence, it's like, oh, it's serious. But when you add two, it's kind of like you're sad. I don't know. It's
Oh, you
it's
mean
so
like
nature.
dot?
Yeah, like dot
You
dot
know,
dot.
when I
No,
use that, I don't. It's not really like dot. Basically, it's for me. It's like a pause. You
no. For a
know,
pause, I do a little dash. I do a tiny dash. That's what I
dash.
do.
I should probably do
Yeah.
that. 'Cause I've been. People really question me when I say something and I put dot, and they're like, "Oh, what does that mean?"
No, no. Because when you put dot dot dot, it's like it's kind of like really. I see it like that. Okay,
Oh,
let me.
really?
Yeah. So you
Okay.
put a dot, and it's like you're serious. You put two dots, it means like you're sad. If you put three dots, it's like really. Four dots, I don't even know at this point. It's past
For
that,
me,
it's
when I
like
put more than
for
three
the
dots,
memes.
I'm like, it's like a pause for me. I'm really pausing on what I'm saying right now. Like
Hmm.
if I were to actually have a conversation, let's say, okay, I'm going somewhere, like, oh, I don't have a good example because it's a really rare occurrence that happens when I'm typing something. It's usually when I type something that will make me anxious. So I put
Uh,
and I'm like, okay, I'm really anxious to deliver this, but I don't know how to convey that. So, but I usually there's like a pause when I'm anxious when I say something.
yeah.
So that's how I convey it. Dot or more. Usually five.
Mm. I
I
find it kind of scary when people do that. Because it's like, oh, you're talking serious to me now? Like, I gotta, like, I don't know what happened, what I did.
mean, you should
And
take me
when,
seriously all the time.
okay, no,
I'm a good
well, not all
indicator.
the time, bro. Okay, you do have an indicator, but, and then when people put just question marks, like they just send a question mark at the end. No, not even at the end. Just send only one question mark, and that's it. That's when I feel threatened. Like, why are you threatening me? Stop threatening
Bro, no, look. So when I have a question, I read it
Yeah.
and I send it. To me, it was a question.
Okay.
Like, okay, but then I read it back, and then without the question mark, it really has a different feeling of what I'm trying to convey, so then I just add a question mark after it. I would send it,
What
and
I
you've
do?
seen me do it. You've seen me do it. I send
Yeah, yeah,
something, and
yeah, I
then I
do.
put a question mark on the bottom because I forgot. Because if you read without, I don't know, it feels different.
It does.
So
See,
that's why I add it. But I usually
mm,
really forget. That's why I add it at the bottom.
okay. Because what I do is I use the emoji. I know you see me using the question mark emoji a lot and the exclamation.
Yeah,
Um,
it's
I
colorful.
use those. Yeah, exactly. And I use the white one, the white versions of the exclamation and the question mark, as like a normal thing. But a red one, I use the red one when it's like, hey yo, what you trying to say? You know what I mean? Like that type thing. And I
Yeah.
don't know why I'm emphasizing this, but it's just so it doesn't seem serious. I don't want to seem serious unless I'm trying to sound serious
Mm.
in text messages, especially because you can't tell anyone's tone in text messages. If someone's trying to be sarcastic and it's really passing your head, you wouldn't tell if they're being sarcastic or not, right?
I should really
I don't
work
know.
on. Sometimes I'm really joking. Some people take it really seriously.
Yeah, yeah.
No idea how
Okay,
to do that. Maybe I should start doing the lowercase thing. That really hurts because I like grammar. You know what's funny? I like grammar a lot, and I'm half the time I'm really a grammar police, but I can't
yeah.
spell for the life of me. Like I suck at spelling.
Bro, what really gets me mad for spelling and stuff in text is when people put your wrong. When they put your wrong, like your, it has to be the easiest one. For two, I understand two, you know, but for the number two, that one, okay, like you should be using number two, right? But
Yeah.
for your, it's your, you are with the little, I don't even know what that thing is called, but that top comma.
Apostrophe.
Yes, that thing, the top comma.
You. Oh my god.
The top comma, okay? Right? You use
Apostrophe.
the top comma.
Apostrophe. Like
Oh my
I don't
gosh.
have an
I know you're
analogy.
right. You're right, but I'm not gonna say that word.
All right, the top
Apostrophe.
comma. Jesus.
Yes, yes, exactly. That thing, like that. It's not that difficult. Please, it just annoys me. I don't know why only that thing annoys me. But also for the lowercase thing, I notice a lot of so two things when people type in lowercase. Okay, so you're either um just trying to seem less serious or you're bi. Okay, and I know that's that's such a stretch of of what I'm trying to say, but so many people that I know that, like some of my friends that are bi, they text in lowercase, and I'm like, I
Is
don't
their
know why.
personality soft or something?
Kind of. I don't know. They're soft,
I don't
but when
know.
you get
I
to
don't
their
know
nerves,
what's
they're
up
like
with
extremely
like
toxic.
lowercase. I don't understand it. I thought
It's
every
just
keyboard starts with capital letters, so you have to
no.
intentionally turn it into lowercase. I don't know.
Yeah, no,
I
exactly. You can change that in the settings, bro. You know
can
that, right? Yes, you can do that. But
because like
anyways,
you.
that's not the.
Yeah,
Oh
okay,
my
you go. Yeah,
gosh.
yeah, you go. You go. You go.
No,
No,
go
no,
ahead,
no,
go ahead, because
no,
I'm
no,
about to
no.
go off topic. No, you go ahead. You go ahead.
Okay, what I was gonna say
Ladies
was
first.
it was keep talking about the keyboard is when I switched over keyboards because like sometimes the keyboard app I use doesn't always work, so I have to delete it and stuff. They use the
Yeah.
normal one, right? And I have to like intentionally like like uppercase basically. Anyways,
Mm,
I use
oh
voice
yeah.
typing anyway. That's why I type so fast because I use voice message. And it gets the yours wrong,
Oh,
so that's why I have to edit it sometimes.
okay.
I'm
I
very
see.
careful about the yours. Also, I can't like spell, so that's why I use voice thing. Voice.
Makes sense. Okay. Okay, I just realized that we're getting we got so far away from the I love you thing, but um what I was trying to say from the beginning about the text, right? What my point was trying to be was for Yaelin, judging of how she texts, um, and how I feel like she in the past she would have used like XD and those a lot of emoticons. I use emoticons too,
Yeah,
but
motor
only
are
like
fun.
No, it's different. Okay, I don't use the XD. I just do a smiley face or a frowny face or the slanted mouth
I feel weird
face,
about
I
using
guess.
those sometimes. I'll be like, this is kind of cringe,
No, it's weird when you do it, but when I do it, it's normal.
bruh.
Cause I don't know, you're not that type of person to do it. I don't know.
I've been
That's how I
trying to use
used
them
to
more
text.
because because I started thinking about what emotion I want to attach to this. I was like, okay, you know what? Wait, that doesn't make sense. Okay, I'm trying to use it
Oh, that
more
makes sense.
because
It makes
I
sense.
don't, I don't. I'm trying to add more emotion to what I'm saying, I guess. And then I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, well, I have all these emojis. Why don't I use them all? I used to be just message or yeah, message, just message. What am I trying to say?
Okay. No, I know
Just
what you're trying to say. I know what you're trying to say. Like, I know what you're trying to say. I don't know how to say either, but I know what you're trying to say.
basically
Um,
just trying to use emojis more because it's
yeah.
really hard to get when people take the things the wrong way. And people get
No,
really offended these days. So I'm
yeah.
trying to be
Yeah,
careful.
yeah. I feel like the emojis, I don't I use them sometimes. The only ones I kind of use are the cat ones and the exclamation mark and question mark and hearts and stuff. That's the only time I use it. And also like the extremely happy face as sarcastic emoji. And I don't really use emojis that much. I use emoticons more because I feel like it shows more of the emotion. Because when people use emojis, ever since I watched the Emoji Movie back then, I was like, dang, I'm never gonna use emojis ever again. Like it's like I don't know. It's like, oh, how you do, fellow kids? I'm hip with the kids with a Z. Like I don't know. I feel it's so weird to use emojis, especially the the crying one, especially when you're genuinely crying, because it's like I can't take
Oh
you
my god,
seriously.
yeah, bro, you can't even
But
use the crying emoji. You just
you
have to say,
can't you can't even
I'm
use
crying.
that. And the
Because
laughing
people like
emoji,
just turn it. Like how did the f- how did it turn the crying emoji to like laughing like
yeah, to
hard?
laughing, yeah.
Makes no sense. Use the one where it's laughing crying. That's why it exists.
No, because I feel like that also goes with the people who's trying not to be serious. I feel like the laughing, like the genuine laughing with the tears emoji. Uh,
Oh yeah, I use it for sarcasm
uh
sometimes, but sometimes
yeah, for
I'm
sarcasm.
genuinely laughing. And
Okay, yeah, yeah,
I don't want to type ha 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 because that's like redundant. I use the
yeah.
emoji, but also the emoji's redundant. You know what? Why are things are so many redundant? You know what? Things are stupid these days.
Yeah, I agree. But yeah, I don't know. It's
They're like,
just
oh, that's so mean. And then the freaking crying emoji. But they're
yeah,
laughing, you know?
yeah, but they're laughing.
I
That's
get
the
it, but
only.
like I don't get it, you know?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know so many times. I gotta stop.
Okay. Also, like I keep trying to say, is I'm going back to Yalen every single time. Okay, every single time we go back off topic, I'm going back to Yalen.
Yeah, she's like,
Yalen would use the XD, and with the XD, and I used to type like that too back in the day. Not even gonna lie, but
yeah, 'cause it was
anyways, that's
easier.
besides the point. Anyways, so that doing that would also make me think that you would be the type of person to type "I love you" with the ILY, which
Mm-hmm.
is like saying it like that is like saying uh um Lamau, right? Or Lameo. Some people say Lameo. I say Lamau. But
So much.
laughing my butt out, right? So it's like saying that, like it's a phrase. Like you say it as a phrase. It's not even like I genuinely mean it. It's like
Well, it's like the other day.
ILY.
The other day I said BRB. Remember that?
I do not remember that.
Well,
I'm so glad I didn't see it.
I generally do sometimes use BRB because it's people don't use it anymore, but it's also kind of useful. But not everybody
Yeah.
remembers it. But I do hate Lamau. Like, are you really laughing that hard, or are you just grinning?
No, no,
Let's
exactly. Everything just loses its purpose.
like
Because that what I feel like when people,
Lamau, but you're just grinning, like, bruh.
yeah.
Hey,
So
how
you
do you,
just say lol. Everything
how do
has
you even
been
use
so
lol
overused.
either, bro?
Uh, I feel like
Laughing
lol,
out?
laughing
No.
out loud. So
I'm
LOL
laughing out
at this
loud. I'm
point
typing.
is,
I'm laughing out loud. Like, bruh.
yeah. It's just that point.
Oh,
Like
more like guy
laughing out
drowning.
loud. What?
No, it's like two arms up and then it's a circle, so it's like a guy drowning. You know?
Uh,
Lol, more
right,
like.
right.
Stupid joke. Never mind. Moving on.
Okay. Um, you're just giggling. Ha ha ha. You know, like LOL is kind of like a small giggle. It's not even laughing out loud. But Lamau is like an even more intense version of that, but saying it completely capitalized. I feel like you're genuinely laughing if it's actually capitalized. Some people though, only some. Like you gotta pick who you think is actually laughing seriously because it's so overused that it's such a tiny thing to do now. Like, and going back, the I love you, it's like um saying it once a day, twice a day, three times to a loved one is, I feel like that's normal. But don't overdo it. Like really don't really overdo it because it just loses its purpose. It's not the same as if it was the first time you ever said it. But I don't know. I feel like I've said everything I needed to say about that. I don't know. It's a good phrase. I like it, but it just not too much. Don't do it too much. Um, but yeah, I agree for that. You're gone. Where did you go?
Did not know I was muted.
Oh my. Yeah, no, yeah, you were muted.
Okay, hold
What were
on.
you saying? What were you saying?
I can't remember what was I saying.
Oh
Hold on,
my
hold
gosh,
on.
bro.
Let me remember. I said, oh, when you said, just don't do it. I'm like, oh, just yeah, guys, don't ruin it for me. I'm gatekeeping this word. That's what I said.
Okay.
And then,
Um,
yeah. So that's it for us.
mhm.
Um, it was really fun episode. Probably short. I don't know. I don't even have a title. Who knows? But it was
Yeah,
fun.
who knows? It was, yeah.
Short, no chaotic. Very chill. Very discussion.
Mhm. Very.
So
I like
yeah,
it.
have a wacky day, guys.
Okay, nah, bro. You know that's my thing. Okay, that's my
Okay, but last
thing.
time in the
Only I said
bloopers,
it.
and I didn't hear this. You said you wanted somebody else to do it.
Okay, but that's different. Okay.
Okay, yeah,
I
okay. Well,
okay.
yeah, guys, this is it for us. By the time you're seeing this, it's gonna be the new year because we're recording this on New Year's Eve. So yeah, we'll see you in the New Year's.
Have a wacky day. Mm.
Yeah.
Perfect.